What's up, folks? I am Ed Overstreet, and welcome to the Night Sky Imaging YouTube channel. And tonight we'll be imaging Saturn. In fact, I'm imaging Saturn now, and we're going to go look at that. And then with one setup, and then I'll be imaging the Cave Nebula. That's Sh2-155, Sharpless 2-155. I got a bright moon about to be a problem. It's sometime around 10 o'clock. It's going to cast its influence over any hope of doing any broadband imaging. So I'm resolved to find a narrowband target in the Cave Nebula. I think I imaged it last year. I usually do, but I don't remember, and too lazy to go look. But I'm going to image it tonight, and if I did image it last year, maybe I can improve upon what I did. It looks also like I may have 2 nights, maybe 3 nights of clear skies. Cross my fingers. Nothing's for sure in the south of the old US of A. I haven't paid any attention to the hurricane. Is it Philippe? That's brewing in, I guess, the Caribbean or in the Atlantic. But I just caught wind of a news flash that it could be a problem for the United States. And I don't know when. I need to check that out. But at any rate, let's head over to, first let's go over to the Widefield setup, and let's make sure that that's working well. And that's the imaging of SH2-155, the Cave Nebula. And here we are. I'm going to close a window too. So I'm going to be opening a couple windows too, so I can see any comments. You know, I can't do 2 things at one time, so if you leave a comment and I don't answer, it's just I'm so bouncing around between these 2 rigs in my mind that it's probably something I can't answer anyway. And let's see, I got one other box I want to open up. You'll not be able to see it either, and that'll be this one. And where'd it go? Try it again. Well, that's there. I'm not sure what I've done. One more time. There it is. Okay. So I need to do a sound check, and it looks like it's probably loud enough. And let's okay, we're now looking at the program I'm using it's called Acquisition Software that I'm using to image the Cave Nebula is Sequence Generator Pro. It's up here, and what I've done is I've set this sequence up. I have 3 events. I'm going to take the hydrogen alpha part of this image. I'm taking that now. Each exposure, and I hope to get 40 of these tonight. Each of these exposures are 240 seconds long, 4 minutes. I've already have 13 in the can, and when this is done, then the software will change filters automatically. Over here I have the filters. Right now we have HA, that is a current filter, that's set, and that's correct. And then as soon as these 40 images are done, it's going to change the filter, and the filter will bring up the oxygen 3, and hopefully we'll get another 40 in all. If everything works out, sometime around 11:30 or 12, the mount will hit the meridian and we'll have to flip, and it's set up to do that automatically because I hope I'm close to being in bed. It's 11:45 is when it transits, and that'll be about right there. So I've got about 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of imaging before the transit, and 5, 6, 7, 8. I have about 9 hours of open window to image, and it will take that long to do 7 hours because I dither between images, which takes time, and I focus between filters, which takes time, and so there's things going on besides imaging, and they take time, and so 9 hours to get 7 hours should work. And now that's provided that I don't have clouds, and that may be the case. So this is the let me bring up this too. This is the one of the images, and I am going to do a high stretch, and yeah, you can sort of see the data coming in. It's going to take well, I'll have 120 images that are 6 minutes long in total tonight, and tomorrow night, if it's clear, I may add another 7 hours, because you can see it's not a very bright. One image doesn't bring a lot of bright nebulosity in, so in order to gather all the nebulosity that's in this image, and there's a good bit, it's going to take time. So 14 hours should be a gracious plenty, and if I can get 7 tonight and 7 tomorrow night, I'll move on to another narrowband target. Broadband RGB imaging during a bright moon really leaves your images so saturated with light that it's pretty tough to it's really pretty tough to get a good signal, and so the moon just swamps the image with light pollution. So it's all I can, just like shining a flashlight down the barrel of your telescope. Not quite that bad, but kind of get the picture. Narrowband, on the other hand, is just what it is. It's a narrow band of light, 6 nanometers narrow, and it's only allowing hydrogen light, hydrogen filtered light to pass through and strike the sensor. And the same with the oxygen 3, also a 6 nanometer bandwidth, and the sulfur 2. And then when I'm done with those images, then I will put the hydrogen alpha in the green channel, I'll put the sulfur in the red channel, and I'll put the oxygen in the blue channel, and I'll have a color image that will resemble a Hubble palette if everything goes as planned, and then process that primarily in PixInsight. So that's what's going on here. Let's head over to Saturn, which will be this telescope. Thank you. It's still centered, and you're looking at a live view of Saturn. Hello, Marianne. My wife is on Facebook, And her is. It's her little hummingbird picture that I took. And I'm just going to sit here and probably toy around with the focus a little bit. I'm going to use this Moonlight remote focuser instead of the ASCOM focuser that I usually use. I'm at 940 steps. I need to remember that. I'm going to move out 10 steps and see if anything improves. I am simulcasting this on YouTube and Facebook. So the live stream is going to both. I'm going to come back to where I was. I don't think anything changed focus-wise. That's interesting. I just got a message from Facebook telling my music is being muted in different countries. And I own those. Those are songs I actually own rights to. All of them are that. Some of them I make myself on GarageBand and some other video software. I got a real treat for you guys in no, it's not a real treat, but I played the banjo. I don't know, Marianne can probably tell you when, I don't remember when I stopped playing, but it's been years ago. And probably a month ago I asked her where is that banjo, and she said, I know exactly where it is. And I wasn't even absolutely sure we still had it. When we moved, we did get rid of a lot of things. So I've been spending about 20-30 minutes a day back on the banjo, and so I'm gonna open up one of my live streams with the Soggy Mountain Boys version of I even hate to say it, Man of Constant Sorrow. But I got the song down. I just don't know if I don't know the words, but I'll find them. I sang the same thing over and over again when I'm practicing. But at any rate, I play the guitar, but that I'm better at. Banjo requires it's an altogether different fretboard, and your right hand's moving at the speed of lightning, and your brain isn't, or my brain isn't. So it's all muscle memory. And I gotta laugh. But since my wife is watching, I'll let her know the day I do that. Let's see. I don't need to change focus. Just leave it alone. In fact, I'm going to disconnect that focuser and close that out. And I'll go down and connect the ASCOM focuser. So now I've got it. I can control focus from there. Okay, I'm going to start taking some Saturn images. Let's go over to Sharp Cap settings and file names. And we're in new folder. And you can already see I've been doing Sun Planetary in September, and there's a bunch of folders. So this is 10, 1, 2, 3. Can't spell. Apply, close, and so let's set up a sequence, and I'm just going to call this Saturn. We're going to we'll do 5,000 frames, and let's take 15. And we're at 40 frames a second. It's going to take a while, so let's let it rip. And it is imaging. If in the bottom left-hand corner, this software is called Sharp Cap. In the bottom left-hand corner, it tells me this is a video file. And you know what? I need to make sure I'm taking an AVI file, because yeah, good, because I use Castrator, which is software, to crop into the video, and it will not process a SCR file. So you have to take AVI files. Amit Judah. I need to change that though, the raw 8. I should have done that before I started. But I'll let this series go ahead and finish, and then on the next series of Saturns, I will change that to 16-bit. Tomorrow, or the next day, I've got 2 football games of images I have to process and get uploaded. And I got some other work I have to do tomorrow, but given some time, I'm going to do a video of taking the Saturn images we're taking, and then later on tonight Jupiter, when it rises high enough to image, and we're going to I'm going to process those and show how I process the images using Castrator, Registax, and then WinJupos to derotate these images. Both Jupiter and Saturn rotate very quickly. And so when you take a series, in this case 15 over a period of 15 or 20 minutes, the planet has rotated, and if you tried to stack them, the image would be blurry just by virtue of the rotation. So WinJupos takes the time of each video, and it has an algorithm that provides a derotation of the images so that they'll stack on top of each other to bring out some of the detail that you're used to seeing. Saturn looks, I mean, I've really zoomed into it, so it looks blurry, and but actually seen is pretty decent, not great, but decent. But you can't see the banding, you can't see the rings. But when I take the 15 videos I'm getting ready to do, derotate them, process them, and then derotate them and compile them into one image, hopefully it will look like a Saturn we're kind of accustomed to seeing. We'll find out. You know, but the fun is in the doing and the learning. There's a lot of science between my camera and this planet. You are looking at Saturn Live. I know you know we're viewing Saturn, but if you just joined, you may not know that this is live and not recorded. it takes Jupiter 10 hours to rotate. By comparison. Let's run over to, or go back over to the other telescope, make sure it's still functioning. So we are on image number 21, and so we have 19 more to go. Then we're going to rotate to the O3 filter and take 40. We have 6 hours and 34 minutes left tonight, and we've been imaging already for 1 hour and 23 minutes. It's taken that long to get 21 images, and this is what one image looks like. And I want to do a high stretch so that you can see. I probably should have used, this is a 336 millimeter refractor. It's a very wide field. The cave is going to appear very small. There is a lot of nebulosity surrounding it though. But I have a Vixen ED81S refractor that is 625 millimeter, and I have a Newtonian 8-inch 800 millimeter refractor that would have really taken in the cave nebula. It would have been a lot larger in appearance than it's going to be. And I have a lot of pixels to work with, so as long as I'm not cropping out any nebulosity, I may crop into it a little. I don't like to do that. I work too hard to get these stars. I hate to crop anything out. So and everything looks like it's going pretty decent. We'll head over to PhD2, and the guiding is around 51 RMS, and that's good. For me, that's really, really good. I'm not always that lucky. Part of it, large part of it, is the scene conditions. I've got to get rid of, hang on a minute, and we'll do just that. Let me see. Get rid of Jupiter. Text. And let's stretch this one. Now, even when the moon comes up and I'm doing narrow band, there is going to be some influence. The moonlight will have some influence, but you can take narrow band imaging on top of a skyscraper in downtown New York and get by with it. With all the light pollution that New York has, people are able to image from one of the tops of one of those buildings and do it all the time. Narrow band only. Everything else is pretty much out of the question. But let's go back to Saturn. Everything seems to be copacetic. And thank you for staying in the frame, Saturn. I'm prepared to make some drift corrections, but I'm going to show you what I got going on that's helping me out a lot. I'm running a PEC curve, and down here under tracking rate, I'm tracking stars, sidereal plus PEC for the planets. And so that's a big help and when tracking planets. There's been a little drifting. Let's see, it's drifting west. And that's RA. It's got a real good polar alignment. I'm less than 1 arc second, according to Polemaster. And then when I run the guiding assistant, it also tells me more accurately than Polemaster what my polar alignment error is. I value that more than I do the Polemaster. But I haven't ran Polemaster in a year or so. So, yeah, it's about right. I'm going to bring up WinG post because I am curious when Jupiter does. Let me pick Jupiter here. Yep, it's already selected. When Jupiter does, and then I want the ephemeralities, and I want real time. So this is what Jupiter is going to look like. This is what it looks like right now. Now this is an image of Jupiter that's part of the WinG Post software. It's not something I'm taking because Jupiter is below the horizon. I think, let's see, where is Jupiter? I'm going to bring up my planetarium software and let's go over. We're in the east. And it's gonna, no, not northeast. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and type it in here. won't lock up on me now. And yeah, it's down here, so it hasn't. It's still trying to make its way to the top. And the moon, if we advance this clock here, let's just do that. There's the moon. Moon's going to become a problem. It's at 8:55. See, it's already 9:30. So the moon's already coming up, and so is Jupiter. So let me. Right there, it's at 30 degrees altitude. It's a problem now. At 30 degrees, it's going to be a problem for. So at 10:30, the poor RGB imagers are going to be flooded with the moonlight, and they'll stay that way. As a matter of fact, if you look in the north sky tomorrow morning around 8 or 9 o'clock, you'll still see the moon. And here's Jupiter coming up behind it. Jupiter may not image real well. It's going to be awful close to the moon. I don't know. I may not be imaging Jupiter. It's really trailing it. But I'll be able to start, let's see, I can start Jupiter about, let me click on it, I already have. Let me go to info. So this would be at around 10:30. What's the altitude? Altitude is 21 degrees. Yeah, it'll be over my house. So it'll be low in the sky, but I'll be able to, by 10:30, in about 45 minutes, we'll go visit Jupiter. That's the plan. So if you're hanging around, I'm going to probably be live until maybe midnight. Got a lot of stuff I have to do tomorrow, so I'll image all night. Let's go back to now. Here's current time. And we've got Jupiter currently at altitude 9 degrees, and the moon and Jupiter are right together, close to being in conjunction, but they're right together. All right, let's go back out and pay attention to, well, before I do that, I want to advance this. Let's see, so this is now, so this is 2137, which is 937, which is pretty close to, let me go real time again. So it's right now, it's 9:43. So let's advance it and see if the great red spot's going to show up. Oh, there you go. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I won't be doing this then, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, the great red spot will appear, and that is one of the better features of Jupiter when you're imaging it. You hope you can track the great red spot, or I do. At any rate, we'll close out Wingy Post. And back to our Saturn. And we're still capturing. We have we've taken 15 5,000 frame AVI files. In just a minute, when this one finishes, we'll see how many we've taken and how many we have left. We got another 1,200 to go. And we're pretty close. Very close. So we've captured we're completed. We're done. So we've got those in the can. That's good timing. Let's go ahead and set up another, since we've got 45 minutes, let's go ahead and do this again. So let's get another start capture. We'll go for another 15 at 5,000. Yep. I don't know why I've got a 15-second wait between. I don't need that, but I do. check the other kit. All seems to be going okay. We'll do a little zoom on the cave. When you look closely at the background, it's real noisy looking. And because of the noise, when you stack these images together, the more you have, provided that you dither, which is you're actually moving the telescope a few pixels in a random direction between images, then an algorithm will identify what's noise and what's not, and it will subtract it in the processing. So the background becomes less grainy looking in processing, post-processing. It's pretty cool. Otherwise, you would have a very grainy image. And let's go back to Saturn. So we're running two telescopes. This is Sh2-155, the cave nebula. And everybody knows that this is Saturn. Long way away. While we're imaging, and while I can, I'm going to step away for a few minutes. Go make some coffee. Come on, Tommy. Let me try it. Come on. Come on, Tommy. You coming? Come on. You coming? Come on. Well, I got a mouthful of licorice. Probably have black teeth. Thank you for not moving, Saturn. Did I think? See, it's going to be about 10:30, 10:45 for Jupiter. How many do we have left? We have 7 remaining, so we've got 8 in the can. And then we'll have 30 in all. I'll have enough time to do another 15. So I will end up derotating 15 images. I imaged the sun all day. Oh, I didn't all day, but I imaged the sun today and all day yesterday, with the exception of soccer games. A lot of solar. In fact, I have about 7 or 8 days of solar videos. No time lapses, but just a lot of solar videos to play around with, process when I get some time. I'm so far behind processing the sport pictures I take. I got to get that done tomorrow. I'm on the Comet television channel over here. I do the YouTube TV, just started doing that about a month ago. Canceled Spectrum Charter Spectrum, went to YouTube, and it's really turned out to be a pleasant surprise. It's terrific. As a matter of fact, I'm on the Comet channel, and War of the Worlds was on the old version, one of my favorite movies, and this is it went off, and then there's this new, well, it's a newer War of the Worlds with Tom Scientologist Cruise. Danny Masterson's buddy. Pretty cool graphics. That's what appeals to me about the stories. But the graphics of the one in the old one, that's in the 50s. Crazy. How they tried to make it look so real. It's crazy. Crazy. Wait a minute. I just noticed something. You're off the page. I just now saw that. Why is that? Why are you off the page? Huh. Saturn is actually centered. Alright. I haven't been paying attention to the streaming software. But this is all messed up. Okay, let me try doing this. Let me add new scene, and let's make this a screen share scene. I tried. Hang on. Okay. This is better, I think. See you in a second. It's going to have to do. I'm going to recenter. Four to go, and then I'll I did have drift. So, I want to cancel, stop this capture, and I I'm going to start a new capture, and we're going to call this Saturn 2, and we're going to stop guiding, and we're going to take our move Saturn back over where it belongs. Going away. Okay. Oh, I went outside a few minutes ago, and clouds are coming, a lot of them. In fact, they may be here. I think that's just the star. I lost the, and I don't know if it's star. I'm gonna take this moon guide off of it. It's not a good idea to guide off of one of Saturn's moons, and that's what I'm doing. It's okay, not great plan. But coming from the north, headed south, is a band of clouds. And I don't, let me bring up my bring up my, see what's going on here. Let's go to Windy. And I'm in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And let's see where got high clouds, we don't have any. Medium clouds. Okay, we got these coming in. But these are closer. That's where's my low clouds? All right. So, and there they are. So this is what's coming in. This is what I'm looking at. Daggone. This is my home here, and let's see how long it's going to take them. Actually, they're fading away. Let's just go take all clouds. And start back. And take high, low, and medium. Because it sure looks like they're coming. Well, maybe not. Well, we'll find out in the next 30 or 40 minutes because they were back on the horizon. Okay, let's head back out to Saturn. go check our other kit. And all appears to be going good. We're guiding in the 40, 41 total RMS, which is real good. And let's see, we've got some nebulosity here. And how far along are we? I've taken 31 images so far. It's taken me 2 hours to do that. Each image is 4 minutes long, or 240 seconds. And these are hydrogen alpha filtered 6 nanometer Astronimik filtered images. And then as soon as these next 9 images are taken, this filter wheel is going to spin and bring up the O3 filter, and I'll take 40 of those. I've got almost 6 hours left to image tonight. Of course, I'll be in bed while this is doing the heavy lifting, and I have 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, and it starts getting light. 8 hours. I have about 8 hours left to do it in, and it's going to take most of that time to get it all in. And then we'll go back to the Saturn image. We'll be heading over to Jupiter in about 30 minutes. I'm going to bring up my outside cameras and I'll go see if Jupiter's seen over my house. It'll be, there's our moon. I won't be able to see Jupiter for the moon. Look at that bloody thing. That is the moon, and it's over my house. And that's not good. Saturn's way over here. Oh, I just passed it. Up there. Probably can't see it on, maybe can, but probably can't see it. And then, these are the 2 scopes I'm using tonight. The lights down here, these are towels over the laptops. And I will bring up, I'll turn on some infrared lights and you can see. So this is the telescope. Hang on. This is the telescope here on the right that's imaging Sh2-155, the Cave Nebula. And then this is the SCT Smith-Cassegrain that's imaging Jupiter. So the light coming in here is going into my laptop. I'm connected to my laptop by Wi-Fi, and I'm looking at that laptop screen on a big iMac. No, I don't want to cancel my broadcast. Just about did it though. Okay. But we'll go out and see Jupiter shortly. Oh, there I am. Hey, Alexandra. Welcome. Yep, it's a Zoom. Oh, welcome from Brazil. Wow. I've got very, very bad Spanish I was trying my best to translate. But welcome. Glad you're here. If I take the zoom off, let me do that. Then there's Jupiter without the zoom. I'm not Jupiter, Saturn without the zoom. So making it easier for me to see too. And go back to 250. Alright, let's do another capture session, and let's don't do 15, let's do, this will be capture session 3, and we'll do 5,000, let's just do 3,000 frames, and and we'll do 10 of them. Well, let's go. Tell you what, let's do this. I don't know if I have auto stackered on this. laptop. Curious. And that's I don't. I had AutoStacker, I'd go ahead and process one of the Saturns just to see what we had while we're waiting. I know for sure, though, I'm not going to be able to image Jupiter for a long time, just because I'll show you where it is now. There's Jupiter, and there's the moon. And it's just going to be flooded with moonlight. So it's going to be impossible. So if I advance the clock, and it is no time, it's just not going to be, you're just not going to be able to image it until I have the moon's time, and that that'll be 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's still too close. So I will venture over there and take a look and see if I can get it. And in a second, when I get finished running, when we get finished running this run of images, I'll go see if I can pull it out, but I don't think I can. But the fun's in the trying. Holy crap, Kansas City is tied with the New York Jets. Wow. Surprise, surprise. Wonder what happened to those mountains, because they were moving in my direction, and that was 30 minutes ago. They looked like they were moving quickly. I really thought by now I was going to be fighting clouds, so it may happen any time. But according to my weather app, they don't exist. Speaking of weather apps, this one is a must right here. Windy, it's called. And this is where I'm living. And I'm going to zoom in to my actual house. And you can zoom out. Oh, I do want to look at that hurricane and see where it is. Let's go bring that up. What's wrong with this computer? Which one is this? Let's see. thing is slow, so heck with it. What is wrong with it? Here's those clouds I was talking about. Here's where I am. Oh, that's here's now. See how bright the skies are here. Anyway, back to Saturn. Just joined, we've got two setups going on at the same time. This is a Smith Cassegrain 8-inch with a 2X Televue Powermate, and so I have an effective focal length of about 4,000 millimeters plus some change. And I use a moonlight focuser on the Smith Cassegrain electronic focuser so that I can fiddle with focus remotely. And I'm running this remotely. It's in my backyard. And I'm inside comfortably watching Kansas City play the New York Jets while I image and stream. And over on the other setup, I am about to finish up the hydrogen alpha. Got 5 hours of remaining time to image, and when this one, we get 40 of the HA completed, it will spin the filter wheel to the O3 and focus automatically on the O3 channel, and it'll start imaging, and we'll pick up 40 of those, and then when done we'll do another 40 of the S2. So I'll be sound asleep by then, hopefully. I may be awake depending on the clouds. I'll follow those. And, if the clouds aren't a problem, I'll image all night. If they are a problem, I'll just shut down and cover everything up. I'll make that decision when the clouds come, if they come. Sure look like they were though. Okay, and then Saturn, of course. And when we get finished with this run, I'm going to try to get Jupiter. But I'm fearful fearful. I am fearful that it's going to be a bust. We have one remaining, so this will be the last one. Okay, should be done. Capture complete. Alright, I'm going to stop this. Clear it. I'm going to bring up my planetarium software. And let's go over here to Jupiter. Click on it. I'll just go up here and double check. Click on it. And let's slew. And here it comes. I mean, the moon's right on top of it. I just don't think there's any way in the world. I venture to say that I'm going to use the PhD to help me. There's, unless it's hard, it's trying to, let me go down to here to, maybe, okay. There's Jupiter and its moons, and I need to move it. Probably, let's see, north a little bit. Let's change it to 2 times sidereal. Nope, it's going to be south. And I think east. Nope, west. Nope, east. Had it right the first time. Let me see if we're in the image here. Nope. Let's go back to, well, the interesting thing is now that ought to do it. So let's ought to. There it is. Let's take the zoom back to auto, and let's find my hand controller, which is disappearing on me, and it's supposed to stay on top. Alright, which way are we going? Wrong way. And wrong way again. Let's stop this down to 1 times sidereal and east a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can't find something to help us. Let's change this to talking to myself. Pay me no mind. And let's go back and work on our... Well, I'm surprised. I just didn't think the moon would be very forgiving. So let's drop the gain down to 180, and let's drop the exposure down to... Uh-oh. I heard that noise. That tells me there's clouds. And let's go down to 200. Oh. Which one of these telescopes is showing? This one's lost. Well, this one isn't it then. So this is telling me we've lost our star 6 times. And let's go to 3 seconds. Because the signal to noise is 195. That shouldn't... Oh, here's our cloud. No, it's the moon. That's what it is. It's the moon over here. It's you kind of see this is darker here and it's brighter here. That's the moonlight trying to... Yeah. The figure... Alright, let's take some pictures as long as we can. I think knock off one 5,000 frame image. Oh, got it going. Let's just cancel that. And let's bring up Jupiter. This will be our first run. Start capture. Let's do 5,000, and let's try for 10. Let's see if we can't get that in before the clouds. And so here we go. I really am surprised, because the moon and Jupiter are how far apart are they? Let's see. Where are we? Measure. They are less than 2 degrees apart. So, man, it's pretty good. I'm really surprised because they're on top of each other, and it actually blows my mind that we're able to get an image. I wish we could get the giant red spot, but it is not going to be around. I know looking again isn't going to change anything. We're going to go to celestial body. We got Jupiter, go to tools, and open up the Ephemeralids. And let's go to real time. And this is what we're seeing right now. This is what I'm imaging right now. My image isn't going to look anything quite like this, but we should be able to make out these bands, and of course the North Pole. real time. It's 2251, which is exactly right. That's Winju posts. You don't see all of the, you see the North Pole kinda, you see the main two bands and the South Pole kinda. But some of that detail in the middle, it just takes a lot of different images stacked together. We're about to take our first 5,000 frame video. I think it's our first one. I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, 8 remaining. We got 2 done. We're doing 10. So tomorrow, maybe, if I get time, I'll make a video showing how I use what I do using AutoStacker, well, using Castrator software first to crop into the video. I don't need all this dark sky unless there's a moon, but I'll crop into this pretty tightly, and then I'll use AutoStacker to stack all of those images into one TIFF file, Registacks to apply wavelets, or IMPBG, probably Registacks. And I'll do each of the 10 images, and then I will use Winju post to derotate them, because we know that Jupiter rotates once every around 10 hours, 10.6 hours, no, 10 hours. Saturn 10.6 hours. My network is acting up, I can tell, because Jupiter's not moving, and so my Wi-Fi is got some interference. I hope to be able to image tomorrow night. I hope. There'll be clouds. Keep me from doing that. Oh, Jürgen. That's cool. Jürgen, hello. If you're watching, I see where you stopped by. Jürgen's my next door neighbor who happens to be in Munich, Germany right now. And I just turned on another iMac and it's lighting me up. Well, I'm lit. But I'm going over somewhere else. So, probably unlit now. It takes us 365 days to orbit around the sun. Good old planet Earth. I think we finished those 10, and I'm just kind of amazed that I'm able to image Jupiter, and it's less than 2 degrees from the moon. I really thought it would be washed out. Let's check our other kit, and we've already taken all the hydrogen alpha, and now we're taking oxygen. That's hard for me to say. And let's see if that signals. Let's do a high stretch. You're not going to see much of it, but it's there, and I should be able to pull it out with a 4-minute sub. I have in the past at 4 minutes, so I think it'll be just fine. But the fact you don't see the signal doesn't mean it's there. I remember when I first started doing this, and I was looking at the images I was taking, I never quite could wrap my head around how adding those images together, if you have nothing, how can you add nothing on top of nothing on top of nothing and get something? But there's something here. It's just, you just don't see it. I don't see it. And it will be the blue. It will represent the blue, the different hues of blue will be shown in the image when it's processed, and it will be due to the oxygen. I just can't say that word. Anyway, all right, I'm going to take another round of, where is Saturn right now? Do I want to go ahead and get another Saturn before, oh, I don't want to look at the weather map. But, oh, those clouds are going away from us. Yes. So they went away. I'm here, and they're going, okay, well, good. Maybe I won't have to deal with the clouds. I was wondering where they were. I should have never gone outside. Okay, back to, let's take another start capture, and this time, let's take 10,000 frames, and let's take 7 of them, and I'll derotate those. And out of the 10,000 frames, I'll probably keep 5%, 350 of them, and stack those. Maybe 1,000. Keep 10%. We'll see. I need the best. But you can see the scenes coming and going. Some of them look blurry, some of them look sharper. None of them look super sharp. And that's probably due to focus. What I ought to do is head over to the moon, go find me a crater, and focus on that. You know what? As soon as this is done, that's what I'm going to do. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that now. Let's see. Wait till I get this one, and then I'm going to stop the capture. Oh, we're doing 10,000. That's right. All right. We'll go ahead and so from here we're going to go over to the moon. So it's almost finished with this first one. We're going to cancel, so we'll come back and pick these others up. But let me stop guiding, and I wasn't doing that well anyway. And let's go to the moon. And we'll just not gonna have to go very far. Bingo. Oh yes. Move some windows out. And let's get rid of the zoom. And let's take the field of view, capture format, and let's change this to the native. And then let's bring our gain down. Focus is off, but it isn't as bad as I thought it was. So let me fix this. Always on top. Somehow or another it's got confused because it's not always on top. And I want to go to lunar tracking on this. So, not that it really matters that much, no more than I'm going to be here. Well, heck, I needed that. And let me rotate through this. Get my little hand control. All right, let's move around a little bit and see if we can't find a shadow area. The moon is nearly full. Speed this up a little bit. Let's go to 2 times sidereal. And I didn't want to go there. I want to go to where the shadows are forming. No, that's okay. This is better. Alright, let's here we go. Now let's find a nice, actually, I don't know that I can improve on the focusing. Let's kind of see, we're at 950 steps. Let's go in 10 steps. And check it out. Can't tell if it's better or not. Let's go in another 10 steps. I just arbitrarily went in on moving the focuser inward. Let's go in another 10 steps. I just don't think that's helping. 10 steps is such a fraction of a, I mean, this, if you were outside looking at the focuser, you could not tell it's moving. So this is back where we started, 950. Let's go out now. I don't think that improved anything. Let's go out another 10 steps. Yeah, maybe that does. You gotta let it settle down a little bit because seeing is coming and going. Actually, my mind's playing games with me now. Going 100 steps. So there's 200 steps in. That's really out of focus. Start moving. I think it's better. Yes. Bingo. It's tough to do. All right. Now, while we're on the moon, let's let me see where Saturn is. It's probably ready to transit, and if it is, I'm just going to turn it loose. So let me go to planetarium software, and yep. So let's see here. Stop it. So it's 7 degrees, 7.5 degrees from transit. Okay, and it's going to move. So we have a few minutes to if we want to image Saturn again. I think I'm just going to stay with the moon and then go back to Jupiter. Let it rise. Well, that doesn't look as sharp as it did a while ago. Change to 2x sidereal. And let's move up. Make sure if you're watching that you go to your settings and you're picking 1080p. Alright, let's go back. Can't tell. Whoa, that's better. That helps. I think it's as focused as I can get it. But it's easier to work with your focus when you have some shadow side of the moon because you have contrast. As the sun is kind of cascading over these mountains and craters, and you need that contrast as opposed to trying to focus on a full moon, which is impossible. You can just look at the edge and try to get a sharp edge. That's about all you can do. Other than that, the moon is useless to use for a focus aid. I've not had any success with any of the focus aids that are used by SharpCap, by the way. I haven't tried fire capture, but not with planetary or solar. So you can't focus on when the sun's hitting the moon head on like this. If this was in the shadow side, it would be a good place to but it's not, so it's just not very remarkable. Okay, let's head back over to Jupiter, and or do we want to go check out Saturn one last time? Might as well. We got a chance to. And Saturn ought to be about to transit. Let's change this to every second. And oh, it's already transited. Yeah, it's already on the other side of the meridian. So I don't want to flip them out over that. Let's go back to Jupiter. right next to the moon. And let's sloot over there. Manipulate this a little bit because it's not there, it's more one-time Siberia. And let's see, I want to, I don't think it's in the frame. We're going to have to brighten things up a good bit. There's some of the moons of Jupiter right there. So it isn't far away. Alright, where are we here? Let's get this more centered. Which way? Are we even? It's going to move now. That should do it. And north. And that should do it. Here it comes. And let's bring this in. And let's go guide off of not going to guide off of that. What's the signal noise on that? Maybe that. And let's drop this down from 3 to 1.5 seconds. Okay. This is what Jupiter looks like for me. But I'm going to come down here and pick a different capture area. And I'm also going to zoom in about 250%. So we can, no, that's too much, it's 400%. And that's 250. So we're really zoomed in, and that gives you a very blurry looking picture that does not look focused, but I think it's okay focused. I'll not know until I start stacking these images in an auto stacker and apply some wavelets in IMPPG or probably I'll use Registacks for this. But I'm going to crop this video with Castrator software so that this is all the sky I'm going to have. And if you remember that I'm zoomed in, if I didn't, I'd have a lot more sky. So I want to crop in when I start working on this and get rid of a lot of the sky. Unless there's a moon, and if there's some moons there, then I'll leave it. It's all up to whether the moons are visible, and they might be very close. Let's see. All right, we got one right here. Yeah, I'll have one. Let's see. Will I? It'll be close. No, I doubt it'll be in. It'll be close. So, I don't know if I'll crop or not in it, but at any rate, let's go back to 250. Let's just go 200. And let's go ahead and capture another we took how many did we take? We took one, so we want 6 more. Tell you what I want to do before I do that. I'm going to stop this guiding, and I want to bump this up some because it moved up. Still not good and centered. Let's do it again. Oh, I got this tracking at lunar. Fix this. I'm going to go back to sidereal plus PEC. Make sure that I've got my PEC curve. Hang on a minute. Let me make sure I got the PEC curve enabled. Yeah, I do. Okay. PEC stands for Periodic Error Correction. I'm not even going to try to explain it. And so let's kick this off. I gotta go check the other scope because we're about ready to do a meridian flip over here. And let's see. So we've taken 903 images, and let's see what time it's going to flip. at 11:44 and it's 11:36, so I'll wait around and watch it flip. Let's go outside and bring up the outdoor cameras. And so this is the telescope here that you can see that the weights are as high as the telescope. And if it did not flip and change positions where the telescope will move over where the weights are and the weights will move over where the telescope, and then it will start moving in the western sky. It'll start moving west moving east. So the scope will then go this way. Right now it's gone this way. So that's what we'll be doing. And it will flip. It will automatically recenter the target, start the guiding back up. It'll do everything. All I'll do is watch it do it. Unless it fails. But I'll leave the lights on outside. It's an infrared light, and so unless the telescope is pointed right at it, it won't affect it. And particularly with the narrowband imaging, it won't bother. I don't think it would bother if it was right at it either. IR is way over on the other side of the band. So it's awful close to flipping, and we'll pay attention to it and keep. I need to find out the one other thing, and let me find out this real quick. I'll bring up the control panel, and I'm going to go to telescope, and I want to know set the meridian flip. So I'm going to wait till 5 minutes past the meridian before I flip the code. Let's make it 3 minutes. So 3 minutes past the meridian, it's going to flip. You need to give it a little, actually probably ought to leave it at 5 a.m. Because if it has to make a correction, it can't go back against the meridian. It won't plate solve, so you need to give it some wiggle room. I found that out the hard way. Flipping and recentering and plate solving wasn't solving, and it wasn't until I gave it some wiggle room did that start working. Alright, so we can, we're at 5 minutes past the meridian, and the meridian, I've already forgotten when that was. Flip is going to be at, bring it back up again, planning tools, at 11:44, so at 11:49 we'll flip, and probably after it flips and recenters, I'll call it a night and turn it over to automation. I'll check the weather one time to make sure I'm not going to get beat up with an unknown thunder shower, unexpected thunder shower. We do have those down here. What's happening to my, where are you going, Jupiter? I'll stop this one. That's not good. Guiding must be, oh, it's crazy. I should have never tried to guide off of the moon. But there's no other, it won't find anything else because it's all flooded with the moonlight. So I'm using one of the moons of Saturn to guide. Alright, let's make a correction. And, lost it. Getting real spastic now. Okay, I forgot which does what. See if we can guide off the moon now. When I say off the moon, I mean one of the moons of Jupiter. We can get rid of these trend lines. Just it isn't good, but it'll keep it from walking off the page. And let me see what I do have it already has. Gosh, it wants to go down there. What is wrong? And guiding wants to correct it, so I'm going to have to stop guiding. Let's go back. I'm not even going to guide. I'm just going to manually keep it on track. It'll do better now, probably then. Well, I don't know. Sure wants to go down there. Is this guiding? Yeah, we gotta stop. That's why it's fighting me. Okay. Alright, let's start our capture. Ah, it's already capturing. Let's stop. And because it's a mess. And let's call this cancel. We'll call this, the last one will be Jupiter 2. And we'll do 6, we'll do 7, 10,000, and let's go. just since I've started imaging, this region here has moved from about there, rotated to almost the center of the face. Okay, what time did you say? 46 or 44 was when it's supposed to flip. I really do need some guiding because I'm going to be leaving this for a good while. So let's clear this out. See if we can find something. Can't find the star. Let's go up to 3 seconds and see if we can find the star at 3 seconds. That's the moon, and that's my problem. Let's try, see if we can guide down here. Ain't gonna work. We're so close to the moon. Just isn't going to work. Let's go back down to 1 second. And let's try this again. Doesn't want to pick it up. Low start. Let's go up to half. She got it now. Let's see what happens. First, let's see where that's okay. Castrator will do the rest. That's an okay guide start. Alright, let's go over here to this one. And actually we can leave this up. Because we're 5 minutes, I've already forgotten, 11:44, right? Yes. 11:44, so let's say 11:50 is when this should happen. So we've got a couple minutes. But it's going to finish taking this image, so I think it's going to flip. It may take one more image because we're at 11:50. If it doesn't flip after it finishes, it's got over a minute. If it doesn't flip after this image, then you'll take one more, then flip. That's what I'm thinking. Six seconds to go, and if it intends to flip and it's already 11:51, it's time to flip, but it sometimes squeezes out another image. We're going to find out. Nine, 8, 7. Yep, it's flipping. So let's go out. Oh, let's go out. And there it goes. Automation, technology. This thing on the back is the filter wheel that has 7 filters in it: RGB, L for luminance, and HA03 and S2. So it's attached to the camera, which is attached to the focuser, which is attached to the telescope. So now the telescope will be moving up. Before it was moving down and it would have ran into the pier. That's why you have to flip. So it's centering right now, so let's go back and watch it do that. So it's trying to plate solve. And let's see. It's making some corrections. Plate solving is doing nothing more than centering the target exactly, precisely where it was before it flipped, so that it's way off. It's off 2,000 pixels in bright ascension and 286 pixels in declination. So it'll keep doing this until the total error is less than 50 pixels combined. And it got it. So it's got a 12 pixel error. So we're good. So it's restarting the guider now. That's the last step. So it's finding a guide star and it's going to fire it up. And we can go over here. And it's completed that, so we should be guiding again. And we are. And we're guiding at about a 40.40 RMS. It went down to 0.39, and so we've already started our next image. So that's what a meridian flip is, and that's what a successful meridian flip is. So now there is a difference, because since the telescope flipped, these images are going to be just the opposite the other images, but the software that I use to stack makes that correction, because the flip information is embedded in the EXIF data, the FITS header, and so the software reads that data and makes adjustments for all of those images on the other side of the meridian. Pretty cool. I wonder where Saturn is, our Jupiter. Well, guess what? Right where we want it. Good. So I'm going to finish this Saturn run and sign off. Shut down Smith Cassegrain, this kit, and let the other one run the rest of the night. How much time does it have left? We have 4.5 hours left to complete the run of the O3 and then take 40 images of S2. So we'll be done probably around 6 o'clock, 5:36 in the morning. That's pretty much what it'll be. Well, it sure wants to drift south on me. Oh, just made an adjustment, a correction. That's the problem when you guide, because every now and then it'll make a big jump correction, and AutoStacker does figure it out when it's stacking the image, but I know AutoStacker wants to strangle me for doing this. It just wants to drift. So I think we have 2 left. Gracious. Braves pulled out a, no they didn't, they lost. Can't tell. Fabrico Mira, I welcome you. You joined just in time for me to just about finish for the night. I should have raised this gain some and dropped my exposure so that I could increase my frame rate to about 70 or 80. I'm not really, unless I have the great red spot in my imaging. When I do Jupiter, I don't get real excited about processing them, but I am going to process it so I can do a WinJu post processing video on derotating for YouTube. I've done those in the past, but I've picked up some new tricks and tips on using WinJu post. Because when I did the WinJu post, that was several years ago, video. It was Well, welcome October 2nd, 2023. It has arrived. I think I have clear skies tomorrow night. I'm going to look real quick. This is Monday night, Tuesday night, and seeing has gotten a little better, by the way. So it's looking pretty good. And I'm back. This is probably the last one in this series of 7. I'm guessing. So we're and this is, so we've got 3 taken on October the 2nd, and Jupiter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is the last one. Ooh, what did PhD just do? Oh, look at that big bump. Oh, the moon's just getting closer. Huh. Well, we're done, so we got about 1,100 more frames, and down to 400. And we're finished. So folks, I'm going to park the telescope. And let's see what the temperature is outside, just curious. 65 degrees, that's not too bad. The humidity though is 99%, that's bad. But that's South Carolina. In the spring and fall, bad year round, really. We have a lot of humidity. Okay, let's bring up EQ mode. And when I park this scope, watch Jupiter take off. Join. I should have stopped the guiding. Close that out. And we can disconnect these cameras. Close out. Sharp cap. unpark the telescope, but we can disconnect the telescope. Planetarium software, just doing everything backwards now. And then we'll exit. Now I want to unpark this. I always like to turn off EQ mode with the driver, and I did. Get rid of that. Turn off power to the focuser, the camera. I don't have a fan. I do on the Newt and the Rasa, and I'm going to leave this on though, because it's going to run the dew heaters all night on the guide scope and on the SCT. So that's that. And I want to thank everybody that stopped by for stopping by, and I will be closing this down as soon as I can find the window to do it. I'm not real good at this stuff. Found it. So it's time to finish.